Hello, Smart Miles. How y'all doing today? I think we are. Either we're gonna be on, or we're gonna have a messy intro, but that's fine. Doesn't matter.
No, we're out here. This is Smart and Miles.
This is snap!
I was like, live from LA.
Live out here, bro. Yo, we got a special guest up in this building, right? We special guest because we were actually interacting. We're working with them, and big guest up and coming. We got Tabiyus up in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody give it.
Thank you.
Tabiyus, yo, like I'm a big fan of yours. LJ is a big fan of yours.
Big fan.
Curly-headed Overlord, which we call LJ's fiance, is a big fan.
Yeah,
of
we
yours.
try not to dox her on the pod.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
We try not to do
We
that.
have actually already though.
Because you got like I think what's interesting about you is you got like this like funky hip hop like new age like almost like a like R&B-esque type of like vibes to it, but it's all like positive and it's always like fun and dancey. And that's what really got me like really like into your music, man. It got me into your into your world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like tell me about it. What's going on with you, man?
Man, it's just. I mean, we've just released the. I can kind of look there.
Yeah, you can look at me and look at that.
You can look wherever you want.
I was like, okay, boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
you can look at your balls. You know,
I was like-
whatever.
Yeah, we got them on all the screens.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this
Everywhere.
is first off. Thank y'all so much for having me today.
Of course.
First and foremost.
Of course.
I'm like super excited. It's been a crazy week. We just released the video, like the film themed music video. Like, so that was like, you was part of that,
Mm-hmm.
brother. And thank you so much for being part of that whole process, man. And,
Yeah.
man, I'm super excited. Like, I'm just super staying focused and just excited about whatever's about to happen. Anything can happen right now. I've been getting so many calls, so many responses, and we are just getting started.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix your mic real quick.
Oh, okay.
But no, I
Perfect.
did experience that. We're just trying to get this man on a couch, and the phone calls were coming in off. the
Yeah.
hook.
Yeah, all the hook, yeah.
And
Yeah.
all the phone calls, he's just like, wait, it's happening.
Yeah, so
Give me a second. I need an hour. I'll get back to you.
yeah, I'm doing a podcast with my boys.
Yeah,
so-
busy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's super exciting. We just released the song. Got released a couple weeks ago. It had a
What's the name of the song one more time for the viewers?
yes, Dance for Me. So,
Dance for Me.
Yeah, so just so everyone can spell my name
Here's a
correctly.
little later.
Yeah.
It's Tabiyus. So when you look me up, not Tobias, it's Tabiyus. So
Tabiyus.
Tabiyus.
Put respect on that name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tabiyus.
Hey.
You do need like a name track.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's all those guys like when Yeezy came out was
But yeah, so I'm super excited. The single just came out. This is the first kicking off the Swerve campaign.
Okay. Swerve campaign.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Swerve campaign because this is new words to me. Tell me what is Swerve?
What is Swerve? Yo, what is Swerve?
What is Swerve?
Swerve is a way of life. You'll get a concept of it inside the video that you all should see. Again, it's Tabiyus Dance for Me. Tabiyus and Jet, amazing artist producer who worked with me on the song. Amazing that bass line, the guitars, he's just outstanding.
So good.
Swerve. So Swerve, I have divided Swerve into three words that make up what Swerve actually is.
Okay.
Which is unexpected,
Okay.
unforgettable, and unstoppable.
I love it.
I like that.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing, and I believe y'all can attest to it, is unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah, unforgettable.
Yeah.
And it's going to be unstoppable.
That's right.
There's also something to your music that's very timeless.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause
nostalgic vibes.
It gives me a lot of Michael Jackson. It also gives a little bit of like Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
And it's this type of music that we always long for.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost think it's scary for artists to do that. I don't know why, if they just don't know if they have that like in them, because it's like happy, it's optimistic, it's just getting people on the dance
Yeah,
floor.
I saw T-Pain do a podcast or something on social media. He was like, everyone stop sending me the same tracks. Stop sending me the same tracks. Just be yourself. We already got that. We already got the baby. We already got Lil Baby. We already got
Right.
We have all that already. So I was like, what can I do? What value can I bring to the music game that's going to inspire and invoke a new direction? Essentially a swerve. Like, okay, we're there again. Like, yeah, let's bring it back to like that nostalgic sounds. And that's where I come from. Yeah, I mean, definitely the influences of Michael, Bruno, Weeknd, a few others. I mean, I admire all those guys. They paved the way for me to even do what I'm doing, and help me find even like some of my own type of sound within that.
Right. Because you're going to get, everyone's dancing to it.
Yeah.
I mean, grandma's gonna dance to it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get babies dancing
Oh,
to
yeah.
it. It almost is one of those songs that's like destined to like have to be on every single wedding dance floor
Yes.
till like the end of time.
Word. It's going on my wedding dance floor.
Hey,
For sure.
I love it, and I'm
true.
super. Yeah, it's we've been getting. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
Got some
yeah,
weird
yeah,
coffees
yeah.
out here, but no, we
Yeah.
like these right there. That's the
Lots of
sponsor in the house today.
Yeah. Colombia, yeah.
So
Colombia.
I've been
Oh, that's how you do it? I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, you just pop it up.
I saw yours,
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
being a
I was
weirdo
like,
with
hold
it.
on.
I don't
I was
think
trying
you're
to be
supposed to
slick with
keep
it.
the top on it.
I don't know, yeah, because I bet someone, like, licked that before I did it, but whatever, it's okay.
I think it's a cleanliness thing. Like, it keeps the rim clean until you buy it.
Yeah, I licked the rim. Go ahead.
I'm
dead.
This conversation could go anywhere.
Yeah, I can go many places. Sorry, Mom.
No, we're good. So wait, what were we talking about?
But we're just talking about the timelessness of
Oh,
your music
yeah,
and
yeah,
how it's, like,
so-
it's almost built for like a dance floor, for like a
everything-
wedding dance
this,
floor, like
this first
to get the
project,
family
this
out.
work campaign, I'm leading up to my album that will probably be released next year sometime, either before or during the summer.
Okay.
Okay.
We're working on it. I'm working on a 9-track nostalgic album. I've worked on 12 tracks already, and I feel like 5 of them are definitely ready to. They're like in there, and so when I feel I know I have the strong 9, reminiscent to like the energy of like Thriller.
Yeah.
And so I
100%.
wanted to start off my entire identity in the industry on the music side, because I come from the film world, from film production. I wanted to, on this side, basically reintroduce myself with what I'm feeling and where I'm at today. And I really feel like since the pandemic and since all this mental health and all the oppression and things happening across the globe, and with Black Lives Matter, LGBT, it just the shooting. It's just so much has been happening. I was like,
Yeah, we've all felt that pressure.
Yeah, I want to be I want to be news on the other side of that news. I want to be positive news. Like, hey, by the way, this is all happening, but also this is happening. This is happening, and it's inspiring people. It's invoking people. It's making them get up and dance. Inspirational. I really want in this season, to just give some real, authentic music that's going to touch people's lives, but also help them make a change in their life. So.
Yeah, I love that because it does. It gives you like it breaks you out of your thoughts for a second and lets you just live in this beautiful moment that we do have in life.
Yeah.
And we need to celebrate them.
Yeah.
And so it is nice where we are in this space right now where there is a lot of like emo rap going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like really devastating music because we're going through some devastating times.
Yeah. Exactly.
But getting some of that escapism out is
people
so
need
important.
something. People want to feel something like, and I've heard everyone who's heard it like, I just felt like inspired and moved to do something with them. That's the whole thing. It's like I always ask people, what is your why? Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And really, I want to do it. I believe I'm an activator, so I want to just activate everybody to like, hey, I'm doing it. I'm the last person who I thought I could do this, and I'm doing it. And, this road in the music industry is not easy.
Yeah.
At all. But if I can do it, anyone can do it in any spectrum. If it's music, film, legal, like it doesn't really matter. Like you can make it in a smoothie stand, like and then or a food truck. It doesn't really matter. So
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, because you're going in such a direction of a very unique position of like creating your own from your inspiration from the past. You have similar inspiration from the people from the past, but they kind of want to jump on the trends of today. And I noticed that what made you not go on the trends of today of happening? Because I'm sure that's what the record labels are telling you, the people above are telling you.
Yeah, everyone has the direction of what they believe that things should be, and I really stood my ground along this whole journey, especially with this first song, of exactly how I wanted it to be released, and why it was released a certain way. But I've been getting so many messages from people who have been crying, or they've been inspired, or they've been saying, "Hey, me and my whole family, we sat down and watched like a movie." Like when have you heard that people sat down and we haven't even fully even launched the song yet? So imagine when that happens. It's like people are taking, doing their own screenings just to take time out. And it was great to hear from people from like my past and present, and then just other strangers just message me. People in Israel, like this different country, like, hey, listen, I watched your stuff, and it was like, I was super moved.
That's awesome.
So I'm like super excited about that, and this is the first song out the gate. And like when we get into the overall Swerve album, like I'm gonna dive into everything within like the pop R&B world in that introspective, but it's gonna be I'm gonna definitely hit it from a nostalgic point. I want to make sure that's super intentional. I believe everything you should do is intentional, and so this album is super intentional in this movement. So I'm just super excited for people to hear all the music. But Dance With Me, I wanted that to be the first single out of. There was 3 singles I had, and this one I was like, I need to kick it off, knock the doors down with this first one, just to get people ready to move.
How were you able to like have your first song be so well produced and also all the way through the music video? It's cinematic.
Yeah.
It's got a storyline. Like, why are you doing so much on the first song?
It's a mini movie.
I on purpose. That was for me, it was I just was like, again, I have a film background, theater, acting background naturally. Mm-hmm. So I was like, people know me or have known me from that. Like, my full name is Frederick Tabiyus now the fourth. So back home, people would know, like, I go by Tabiyus artist name, but people know me from that world. So I was like, what is the best way for people to like absorb what's happening? Not just like shock, throw them all the way off. And so I'm like, you know what? Let me bring in all the skill sets I've honed in this side of the industry on the film production and theater and music and everything side, and then apply that to my own stuff as an artist. So I wanted to apply my work ethic. Another person I'm inspired by is definitely Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
And we're both from the same town, hometown, and I really seen what he has done, and I was like, you know what? I think I could do that again. I think I can do the same thing in my own way.
Yeah. And okay, I see that now.
Interesting. So it's like the Childish Gambino, is very artistic, entertaining. Is also he's just good at music, good at acting, good at everything. I mean, everything he touches.
Exactly. I was one of my friends here. They mentioned years ago, my mentors actually now, they're like, oh, you're a hyphenate. I was like, what's a hyphenate? But hyphenate is someone who's like actually like, if you meet me in the studio, you're like, oh, he sings. If you meet me on set, oh, he directs. If you meet me over here, oh, he acts. So this video, I got to bring all those worlds together, and just set the tone for how everything else is going to be. And seeing the reaction from this, like my next video is definitely going to be, it's still going to be in the same realm. It's going to be another angle to it, but definitely still in the same realm. And I wanted to, this first one, just really invoke positive energy and utilize all of my skill sets along with the team. This is not by far, this Santiago Calegro, he was director, outstanding. Josiah Goring came in as well. Nathan Galley, Justin McLight, Joseph B. Carlin. I mean, I called in so many like unique, talented individuals. Great leaders can build leaders, and also great leaders know how to put people in the room who are better than them in certain areas. So I made sure, I was like, if I'm the best one in the room, and then we're all screwed. But if I put it in the room, like you might have something that I don't have, and you might have something that I don't have, then we all come together, and then we just have what you see now. So that was like literally, I put together like the Super Friends for this. I was like, I need the best producers, and the young ones too. I feel like people go to like the premiere ones or the celebrity ones, and I wanted people who are like also up and coming but validated, and they're and the work speaks for itself. So definitely check out all the work from everybody on the music video. On like the scroll tab down, it shows the entire cast and crew. IMDb page is up as well. And so we might even send this thing to festivals now that I think about it, because I'm sitting here, we need to go ahead and get all those awards.
Yeah.
I was like,
because it's got some like short film appeal for sure.
Like short film appeal / like, I was like, it's kind of like taking like Michael Jackson meets like Footloose, putting it together. Like
I could see you like in a few years doing like a Netflix miniseries that's all music. Like all the way through.
And you're not far off from that.
Yeah.
So
he's gonna be sitting here. We're gonna like, did we just watch like 2 hours of Tabiyus? Like, what the heck just happened?
For real. I was actually meaning to ask you about that, because when I came into your world, I mean, you have a phenomenal group of people around you, and collective group. It's more like a family, more so, and not saying like we're not like cult or anything, but like a family in terms of like everyone knows each other, everyone gets along well, everyone does the best job that they possibly can, and everyone was like working for a mission of collectively like wanting to really make this thing blow up, and I noticed that because not everyone has that privilege. Everyone has like people coming in from different companies, different areas, people that they may not know. And one thing that's really, I would say, attractive to you, I would say, is the people that you bring around you. And the Santiago, the Jets, the everyone, And that's one thing I really admire about the people, you and the people around you.
Thank you, brother. Cool. I mean, that's for me, that's the most important thing. Is like I want to, if I'm at the Oscars or the Grammys or anywhere, wherever, even at Six Flags, Disney, or at the club or at church, it doesn't really matter where we at. I want to look to my left and right and be like, okay, this all makes sense. Like you make sense, and not only that, but like you have my back, but also I love you at the same time.
Right.
You know, so I really feel like there's another energy when everyone actually like loves each other.
Yeah.
And like everything I do is family oriented. When you come on our sets, everyone who's on that set, shout out to all the background talent and the guests that came to the shoot. That was insane. Like I don't think people realize we did this shoot during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like it was hell putting this thing together, and we persevered through all of that. And I was extremely like, that was like probably the most, you know, this shoot definitely was a life-changing shoot, not just for myself but for everyone else involved. And to get messages from people who, there were so many people on set. I didn't know everyone who was there.
Yeah.
But they were like messaging me and or the company and just saying, hey, that was the best shoot we've been on all year. Like we still think about it. Like thank you so much for like just the time and and like they've been moved and they're like, oh, thank you so much. Like, people, everyone, anytime I have an event or put together something, I'm naturally a producer. So I'm like, how does this work for everybody? How does everyone in this situation win? Whether you come out of there, you find a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whether you find another job, whether you get a gig or as a singer or you two collab or this thing happens or we're doing this podcast here. You know, so like I'm always like, how can we swerve within the swerve and then swerve it again? So, swerve. Yeah.
Thang down, flip it, and swerve it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, because we initially met. Did I initially meet him at his birthday party? Because it was like one of your filming, or was this the end of one of your films? Like you finished the shoot of your music video. It was at that house.
I brought you to the like the pre-release party, was it?
Oh, my birthday party.
But it was your birthday party. I've just never seen so many people get up and give speeches about a dude.
Yeah,
I was just like, how many people are gonna have like these life-changing stories about one guy?
It was like wedding level.
It was too much.
Like people, like it was like more than people that would show up to a funeral. Like hey, like it was like yo, like you got shout out to this guy, and it was like well, like he's right there.
Yeah, I was like oh shit, he passed. Like he seemed like so nice.
Well, I'm happy that people. I believe you should give flowers to people while they're still living.
100%.
Wait till the last minute. That's so funny.
But in the tragedy,
they were showing up like it was. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Just so you know, I didn't ask for that. But
no, you were like, what is going on too? But
I was low key a little bit lit too.
I remember that. Yeah,
but I was together. One of my friends actually, I'll never forget. He was like, "Man, I love you, Tobias. You're like the bestest thing that's ever happened to me." And he goes, "And there's nothing that I would do for you."
yeah, I heard.
I remember that. And we're all like, wait, you mean like you mean everything?
He said, I won't give out his name because he's an actor. He's on some shows, so we'll keep it to ourselves.
But that was the tequila talking for sure.
We were like,
he was like, confused. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing that I would do for you.
But I hadn't even met you yet, and I almost felt like I had to give a speech. I was like, oh man, like, just got here, thanks.
It was I'll never forget that moment. Thank you for reminding me, but that was a great day. That was a fun day.
Yeah.
And even that day was like truly like impacting because like I had people there from all walks of life. That's the whole point is my whole thing is bringing everyone together. It doesn't matter what race you are, what you believe in, and I want everyone just to come together and like we can unify. We are stronger together in numbers.
Yeah, for sure. And you can definitely see that with the crew that you're surrounded by. And it's you also show that like a crew, they can create just something magical within just the amount of people you have around you.
Yeah.
I think too many individuals are looking out and up and not looking around of what it takes to create something great.
Every time I step back into what you just mentioned, when I look, I'm like, let me be present. Look around me. And then you realize God has already put everything in front of you that you need.
Totally.
That's like the biggest thing. Sometimes we in life we're like, oh, we're trying to do this, trying to do that, but it's like trying versus doing. One of my mentors, another mentor, I have many mentors and life coaches, but she said, don't mistake movement for achievement. People do a lot of moving around, doing. She's like, but what's actually being accomplished? What are you actually achieving? So I do believe less is more. I live by 4 principles, which is work smarter, not harder. Less is more, work in silence, and always have leverage, never be leveraged.
All right, that's real.
Yeah, I'm you know, my brain, how my brain works. I like how you said work in silence, but then swerve, like show unexpected, like
Yeah.
loud, and then like what's up? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he come out like bam. Like I believe Steph Curry was a whole swerve. We're like,
Word,
well,
word,
Steph
word.
Curry, where did you come from? Just came out of nowhere and just was just swerving everybody. Like, oh, I think the whole NBA all like, wait a minute, this is the last person you would think, but then this is the best person at the same time.
No, that's a perfect example because like the work is being done at the gym, the work is being done at home, the work is being done in the church even.
Yeah, exactly.
And then coming back to the court, you just see the result.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
Splash, splash, splash.
Yeah, we're like, oh snap. We were like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So,
Right. Swear.
Well, it's refreshing to,
Yeah.
I love like the American dream of like the person that just puts out a SoundCloud rap and it just goes viral and all that stuff. That's cool, but it is also it's refreshing to see someone who's like so intentional about their work. You're actually starting your lift off as an artist later than it is usually around now. I actually don't. We're all still young, not that young, but like young enough to continue to pivot, make moves, and build.
Yeah, my intention was just we're skipping the line. I was like, we're not gonna go through the process because I'm not a new artist. I am more so I just decided to tap into this world because I saw that there was a need somewhere.
Yeah.
Being an actor and a filmmaker and director, that was a path I chose. But at any point in life, I also wanted to show in essentially Swerve, hey, you could switch it up if you have another skill set or you have something else. That might even take what you're trying to do across the board to another level. And that was with me, honestly. My film work. Shout out to our company, Phoenix 4 Entertainment. You look us up at phoenix4ent.com. And the team I've been working with since I was 19 has been incredible. We started off with plays and then moved forward. Co-founder was Tabiyus Befero. And we just had a big mission. And even in that, people were like, oh, we love all your work. You're amazing. This is all incredible. Oh man, you need known actors, or who are you? And I was just like, oh my gosh, like so now everything that was incredible, you found something to not find incredible. So then I was kind of like, well, God, what else do I know how to do? And then I was like, if you want it, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I can still sing. So I was like, let me just see what this does. And the rooms I was trying to get into as a director, I started singing. Then I do the Young CA Hollywood party. I do the Netflix Nightingale thing. So now I'm in the rooms with everybody through my voice. So I'm like, oh, okay, I found my superpower. So that's also in the Swerve is, what is your superpower? What is going to carry everything in your life that you want to do and then go like this? Like, look at Rihanna. One of the best. Like, word. What carried her to now where she's doing all this stuff?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
So, and everyone has a superpower. So
Did
everyone.
you save your superpower was that just in the shower that you were singing like this?
I mean, I've said, my background. So both my parents are pastors. I started in music. I played piano, trombone. Did jazz band. I did chorus. Then I was in Black History Month committee. That was ROTC. I was all over the place. So then I did like 60 plays in theater growing up.
So you've been singing your whole life.
I've been singing, but I didn't like. I wasn't like pushing. I never was pushing my actual like music as the first primary, because when you're a hyphenate. There's a pro. I would say there's a pro, and I won't say a con. There's a challenge. I don't believe in. I believe in opportunities. So there was a challenge that presented an opportunity for myself in my life, which was, hey, you have all these skill sets. The opportunity here is which one will help build a foundation, the focusedness to build off of everything else. Everybody has it. Jennifer Lopez is another one.
Right.
Gambino is definitely another one. There's many people. Jamie Foxx is definitely another one.
But how'd you not let that distract you into monotony? Because with so many skill sets, I think everyone feels like they have a lot of skill sets, but you've been able to hone those in to be top of craft before even having great exposure.
Yeah.
In a lot of these, I think that sometimes we putter around too much and let that even keep us on the couch before we actually launch.
Because when I was doing my film stuff, I was just having fun. I mean, of course, we were looking for investors and trying to get a deal, Warner Brothers or something. But in the meantime, I was really focused on just having a lot of fun with my friends. A lot of my friends now, some of them are on television, on shows on Hulu and Netflix and HBO. So we all came up together, essentially. And I've been part of a lot of the storylines of a lot of people that we see now, on television or film or in music. I've been part of a lot of stuff, and I'll reveal all that in different interviews, as time presents itself. But I believe who you surround yourself with is, essentially what you represent and who you are. So I only like to surround myself with greatness. Like, I have to be inspired by you and you and everybody else for me to even show up here today.
Right.
Vice versa.
We appreciate that.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
Smart and Mild. It's just a wild little podcast.
Yeah.
He obviously hasn't watched the podcast. So that's nice. That's how we got him on the couch here.
Yeah. No, like even like having Cam on set for the shoot was like incredible. He was phenomenal, and he did a phenomenal job. So it was great. People,
Cam's a superstar.
Yeah.
Every room that he walks in, everyone was like, "Damn, the superstar's here."
So it
Except for when you get to drunk with dude, leave it.
Yeah,
we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So it's just been great to really. The biggest thing is I every day I wake up, I remember this is not even about me. It's audience of one. So if I keep focusing on God throughout this whole process, everything else will all make sense.
Word.
In every part of my life, period. And so that's honestly how I can come out of essentially nowhere with quality and work like that. Everyone's like, yo. Because the main thing on the comment section, everyone's like, yo, the quality. What's happening? This is like, it's crazy. They're like, this isn't a music video. This is like an experience. I'm like, wow. And I appreciate everybody, who's been, just been moved by it. I mean, it's definitely moving to feel that. And like, I remember the pre-release and then the premiere we had, like everyone's clapping, moved, and I was like, don't shed a tear, be strong. 'Cause I was like, wow, anyone who's an artist, they to fight for what you believe in is super, it's a battle because a lot of people they give in, and so I've been wanting to make sure that I stood my ground and be authentic to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I do want to ask you about that because obviously we know how you surrounded yourself with these really good people to accomplish this. But how if the people that are listening right now and they want to have a group of people, a mastermind group, let's just say, how does that come about? Like, how did you partake? How did you gather your group of the mastermind thinkers, if you will?
So when I was 21 back in 2000, early 2010s, I was super young. I went to an industry event called Get Connected in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Shout out to Autumn Bailey Ford who put those together. Definitely helped change my life. And I went to the first one, a big networking event, and I was like, who do I talk to? And someone told me, she said, when you enter the room, just meet the main person, meet the main people, and then you know everybody else. And I took that with me since.
Yeah.
Wherever I go, I'm not trying to talk to everybody because it's not possible.
Yeah.
There's 8 billion people on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally. So when I walk into a room, I want to know who's running it.
Yep.
Because if I see myself as a leader, I'm looking for other leaders as well.
Right.
And then naturally, this is how it always works. It's just even with my celebrity friends. When people see me talking with somebody of that stature, or someone who's running something, then everyone's like, oh, well, who are you? Now that everyone wants to talk to you.
Well, my dad's saying was always the best way to sneak in is through the front door.
Yeah.
Which was like, it is that type of mentality where
Yeah.
it's like, act like you're supposed to be there.
Exactly.
And mingle, and then just be a normal freaking person.
Exactly. Like I was actually catering at someone's house, a known person, and I saw Leonardo DiCaprio there, and I was a waiter, and literally I went like, hey, Leo. Like he knew me. I was like, he looked. He's like, I said, yo, great work, man. Great.
Were you like,
video.
did you hide the tray?
No. Yeah. I did. I was like, what's up? Like, I was like, yeah, I'm here, but I'll see you soon. And I shook his hand. He was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, you talked to Leo? Oh my God. I'm like, he's a human being.
Well, because everybody else at the party was probably sitting and whispering behind him. Like,
Yeah.
That's Leo.
Yeah.
Someone talk to the guy. It's getting weird.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, my thing is just realize it doesn't matter. I think the only person who can shake me right now maybe is Beyonce. That's about it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get
That's
it.
about it. Everybody else though, I'm like, I go to the bathroom. They go to the bathroom. You know, I have problems. They have problems.
Yeah.
We're all human beings.
Yeah.
End of the day, when you start treating people around you like human beings, that's when blessings things happen. And then those people, like if you go up to a celebrity or someone you inspire, you go, hey, can I get a picture with you immediately? Like, you're a fan. You're no longer like a human. But you go, hey, I love your sound. Like music definitely inspired me. I have some work I have. Like, oh, okay. I met a few people like Shaq, and he was like, yo, here's my email. Boom, boom. Like, and just because I was talking to him normal.
Right.
So I tell people, if you talk to people like human beings, you'll get that same respect back. And then you start building things with people when you don't. I would say 2 things. I would say Don't go into a room like looking at how you can benefit from them. See what value you can add to somebody else.
Sure.
So when I walk into a room, I'm like, you see, so y'all have seen my work. So I'm like, hey, this is what I present to the table, and this is what I'm bringing to the table. So I can't do anything. I can't bring anything to you that you don't already have. I can only complement what you got going on. So if you're like already popping, hey, I have gear, I have equipment, I have resources, I have a network, I have these relationships, or hey, I have my voice, I have singing, I have writing, and I can add more value to what's already valuable, which is you.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of individuals who have actually broke through the atmosphere and have made it realize the value of bringing on more creatives and continuing that sphere of seeing what's next. And I think a lot of the young creators are scared to enter that sphere, thinking that person's already like done, set, it's over. When it's like that's probably the first thing you want to hear when you're up and you're making it. You're like, yes, dude, I just met a new young guy who's like got that fire. Because money, the nice things, everyone clapping and patting your back, it has to get exhausting, and then it's difficult to continue to see what's next.
It's like basketball. It's like you won the championship last year, you got to do it again.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
Notification on your computer.
Oh, that one's fine.
Okay.
We're chill with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate that though.
No problem.
But no, you're right. It's like it's difficult to it's so important to realize your value, and then also what you're good at is being intentional about how you can provide it for another.
Exactly.
Person.
Yeah.
So,
no, I like that, man. I like that. So, new music coming soon next summer. What are you saying? You're saying?
I have new. Look, I'm gonna swerve y'all. Y'all gonna have to. It's gonna come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right now, the massive push right now is obviously Dance For Me just came out like literally 2 days ago. So we are just pushing that. Dance For Me everywhere, all into the new year. Dance For Me.
And everyone needs to come listen to that. But however, I wanted to ask because like you've been making music. This is not your first technical song. This is your first like big like.
Yeah, this is my first big like. This is me actually, really caring about it. Like really like, okay, I'm gonna come out there and really do this for real officially. Like
you're like entering the pros.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
There you go.
There it is. There it is. Yes.
Yeah. So
and I appreciate that where you take something so seriously. You're not like just gradually entering the league. Like you're like, I'm gonna bust down the door when I walk in, and it's like everything up to that has just been the period of time where you've been preparing.
Yeah, and the beauty is everyone who's like, they start researching me. They're like, oh my gosh, you have this. We had no idea. Yeah, I love that. We had no idea, and it's like, I'm like, where'd you come? Like, I've been here.
Yeah.
I've been in so many. If you go to my Instagram, just go to like the last, go scroll all the way down to like the pictures with. Like from 2013 up, I've been out here for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm just now deciding. I decided finally for my life, I'm ready to show up to the forefront. That's the difference.
It's good because like you're now seasoned in it. Like now, so the big premiere that comes out is just like this is just what we do, rather than this is like a new thing and we'll see how it goes and oh God, I hope we don't fail. And no, we just this is just what we do now. And we keep moving.
Yeah, exactly. This is what we do. Like we did this project with, I had some private, for our video, private funders. I had private friends and family, myself included. Yeah. And we all just came together and just like said, let's put this together ourselves.
So are you interested in attracting big labels? Do you like being self-guided and being self-contained? Where do you see yourself?
I love Chance the Rapper's story. I love his storyline. And at the same time, I'm also looking to develop strategic partners. That's why it's called the Swerve Campaign. Right. So I have my newly formed company, Swerve Entertainment, for strictly like the music, fashion, this other end of the spectrum of talent and industry. And I want to see where that goes and what partnerships I can do with that, with some of these labels or distribution companies or the PR. So that's what I'm looking for right now. If anything, I'm looking for whatever makes the most sense. And I think I told you this before we started. I was like, a lot of people are calling right now. You said earlier calling, and I'm not moved by calls. I'm moved by every artist should know this. Like everyone can tell you you're amazing. None of that matters. What does that paperwork say? So that's all I'm looking forward to right now, and it's all positive. Because my thing is, what I'm looking to do, I tell people before, I'm not looking for investment. I'm not looking for stardom. I'm looking for protection so that I can do this correctly, so I can be massively impactful across the globe at a level with people that I trust. Right. I am seeking and surrounding myself with trustworthy people and the people who come into that circle, I want them to also be trustworthy.
Right, because now you're at the place where you can't say yes to everything.
No.
Sometimes it's no, and it is what it is.
Somebody asked me, "Can you do this video with me?" I was like, "What camera y'all using?" Like, I can't, I got.
I only work with a red camera now. Sorry.
Yeah.
He saw our ADD and he's like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah. Sorry, I don't work with iPhones. You know? That's what's up, because you're getting to that place and that level of like, this is what benefits me. This is the path I'm on, or else, And I feel that, similar to we have, going down that path of wanting to just make the best of what we want for ourselves and our
exactly.
future. No, that's what's up, man. And so I've actually, another thing I've been meaning to ask you, because you mentioned it a little bit. Biggest questions we actually have on this podcast, biggest debate we've ever had. You mentioned Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, big entertainer, sings, dances, acts. I mean, the guy is
comedian,
a phenomenal actor.
I think he's the GOAT.
I think he's a GOAT too, right? But we've been trying to figure out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx or Will Smith? Who's the GOAT?
Entertainer. All
wise.
encompassing.
Everything.
Are you trying to mess me up?
Yeah.
Y'all trying to mess me up.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's tough.
I'll say this. When Venus and Serena play a tennis game,
okay,
it comes down to who wants it more at that moment.
Okay.
Slash Serena always wins. But go ahead.
Sure. No, but Venus has won. But Venus has won sometimes as well, though.
I think Serena gave her those, though.
Yeah, she's like, okay,
sisterly
sister,
love.
like Jesus.
No.
Sometimes she absolutely fucking smashes.
No. Yeah. No. Venus has outright won some as well, and so in any. So Serena might win the most, but when Venus, best example, Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the most phenomenal actors of our time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the GOAT.
Yes,
maybe
like forever. And it took him to be eaten by a bear to get the actual Oscar.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
But we're like, well, this movie. But then you have someone who is also a great actor, like Matthew McConaughey, just come out of the woodwork, out of nowhere, and then. It's like, okay, so I would say, like, they are both phenomenal.
Because Matthew McConaughey eats Oscars for breakfast, right?
Yeah. So it's like Matthew McConaughey is, like, a phenomenal talent, right? And there's no comparison between Leo and him. It's just that Matthew, at that moment, he pushed more for himself. He wanted it more for himself at that moment, which propelled him to best everybody that season.
Yeah.
Including Leo. It does not mean Leo's not also phenomenal.
Right.
In his thing. So I mentioned all that to say, because Leo, 2 years later, got the Oscar. So
yeah, it
comes down to Will and Jamie. Same thing. Depending on the season and the history. There have been moments Will Smith has been that dude.
Right.
And then there's been moments that Jamie Foxx has been that dude. Yeah. I believe anybody can be that dude. And they're both incredible, and that is where I stand, and y'all not gonna get me in trouble.
But Jamie Foxx is, I think, the most underrated entertainer like ever. It's just crazy because he usually doesn't get put in the Rolodex of like top 5, and then when you put his music and his movies and everything else on the table, you're like, whoa,
it's phenomenal.
This guy's been around.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx has been around. They all been around. Around the same time, the '90s. Jamie Foxx is just remarkable talent across the board. And then it's talent. Oh man, talent versus personality. It's so many different layers and levels. But I believe both of those individuals have that. And so, for me at this point in the game, like where I'm at, I'm all about like empowering all of our brothers and sisters, especially.
You're not getting this guy to tear anybody down.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. So I'm very much more focused on like again adding value to these guys. Like whenever I decide to go direct a movie again, like I definitely want to work with. I would love to work with Will. I'd love to work with Jamie or any of these guys. But they're both incredible guys, and So like Will Smith obviously is the better rapper, and Jamie Foxx is obviously the better singer.
that is true because Will Smith doesn't sing and Jamie Foxx doesn't rap. So
and then Will Smith.
I
But then Will Smith has a better Instagram, but we all know that's because of his kids.
Yeah,
it gets confusing.
Yeah.
No, but Will Smith is jumping off of he's like jumping out of planes in France and stuff like that. So
yeah.
like,
But Jamie Foxx is gonna play like Muhammad or Mike Tyson or whatever. Like Jesus.
Yeah, they actually did a movie together. Ali, both Will and
Jamie, did
a movie together.
Yeah, and then Jamie Foxx did Ray, but then like Will Smith did 7 Pounds. It's just like Jesus. What do you? It's like so hard.
And then like Will Smith is America's favorite dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it got weird lately, but anyways.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't his fault. It got weird. It was we're not gonna go there. But
I was like, look, we're good.
It's just like
Yeah. Jamie, Will, we love you.
Okay,
I love you.
Okay, we like that.
What is the word? Entanglement. Yeah, that's right.
Entanglement.
Yeah. Swerve.
Swerve.
So no, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So I never got a chance to ask you about your parents, man. Your parents are both pastors. What?
Yeah. Oh, yes. So my dad's a bishop. My mom is a pastor as well. My dad is from originally Liberia, Monrovia in Africa.
Woo!
And so I'm an actual real African American.
You're fresh.
I'm
yeah,
a fresh
you're
one.
fresh bread.
And
yeah.
then my
actual one.
I'm telling me. I'm second generation. Jesus.
Yeah. And then my mom, she's from Connecticut. I was born and raised in Georgia, and her mom and my grandfather, they are mixed Irish blood as well as Native American and obviously African black.
So how much did they whoop you? That's really the question. Yeah.
I was actually I felt like there was 4 kids. My older sister, me, and my brother, my little sister. Shout out to my little sister Faith. She's graduating from high school this year.
Shout out!
Wow, she made it through the storm.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa,
the little sister. Oh God,
these kids are gonna be different. The ones that graduated high school during this.
Yeah,
come on.
So it's like so the I would say really I was like not too problematic, or at least I was smart about my movement.
Smart about it. That's important. Were you firstborn or secondborn?
I was I was firstborn. Firstborn for my mom and dad. My dad had a daughter beforehand.
Okay.
But my oldest sister and then my little brother, those two I call them they're the ratchet ones. Definitely the ratchet ones.
The ratchets.
Got it. So they were the issue before you got there.
Yeah.
And so that took a lot of that weight off.
Yeah.
You. So you need that cool middle kid.
Yeah. So I was like,
that's like that.
I knew what on both sides. I love them all though. It's funny. Like my little brother is amazing because like all that energy, all whatever we thought was a problem is actually a good thing because like in business, like when he gets older, like I'm gonna definitely have him on my side. Like people like, hey Tobias, people like, hey, what's going on? Do you have your stuff together? Do you have your business plan? Like he'll cut things off before he gets to me. I'm much more like yo, what's up? How you doing? Family, that whole thing, that whole personality y'all been talking about. That's not him. He's not that. He's all like, "What's up?" Like,
just a wolf.
Yeah, kind of like and you need that sometimes because when you can be taken advantage of out here without that. So,
dude,
I appreciate all of my siblings and all their personalities, but for me directly, like, I got whipped every now and then just for dumb stuff, like But overall though, like I would like to think I was a pretty decent kid. I ran away from home one time, but other than
you can't get whooped too hard if you're a pastor's kid. You got to show up at church on Sunday.
No, dude, they'll still
whoop.
They really go hard and like the ones that spare the rod or whatever beat the kid's ass. That's what it said. That's the Bible verse said. So they really like to hone in on that. Whatever. No, because my grandpa was a pastor, and so and then I had my mom, and then my mom was just like, spare the rod or whatever, and then it's just like whoop him ass, and and I was the second kid, so like I was looking, I saw my sister, and stuff, but like I was also the boy, and so I was like, getting to the stuff that I was getting into, and like I don't even want to get in. You think I say wild stuff now? Like imagine when I was like 6. Oh yeah. Oh my god. And so I'm just curious about that, black parents and everything. Sometimes they just do that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it does make you like I think it does literally help with like personality in a weird way.
Yeah.
Because like it helps you like either get around being in trouble or like really make you be a better person.
you just know it helps you know how to get out of trouble if you're in trouble.
Yeah. That too.
So like I definitely like learn how to like maneuver around controversy.
Yeah. But now, like, it's weird.
At the dinner table.
It's weird.
You're like, yo, I could get out of this.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know. Now we're talking about getting whooped, but like now, it's also like now I'm not afraid of anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm the only person I was afraid of was my dad. After that, like it's like forget y'all. Like I don't care.
yeah,
You gonna whoop me, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like run right through them. I don't know. What I'm saying, no fear. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. No, that's what's up, man. I'm really excited. And the new projects and new videos coming out. What are you coming out like more like? What's coming next? Like within the rest of this year? What's happening this year for you?
Man, so sorry. This drink has like the little burp.
Bubbles. Yeah.
I was
Sparkling.
like,
Yeah, I know it happens. I do it with anything, coffee, whatever. I'm just like,
yeah.
I like the sparkly drinks. I don't know why.
Yeah.
help.
Real water just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, it does good things. Whatever.
So the rest of the what are we at? It was November, December, almost
November, yeah.
60 plus days left for 2022.
Yep.
This year is just really just getting the word out about my music, more importantly, my story.
Word.
That is like the most important thing. Dance for me. And the song in the video has so many subliminal messages, non-Illuminati swerve. Yeah.
Swerve.
Okay, yeah.
Illuminati's a swerve thing?
No. The swerve isn't. It's not Illuminati.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks to the music business where you always have to like skate that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it's funny because like literally, I feel like low key people will like find something in my video, like they make one of those videos like, oh, and this there was a triangle
One
here,
triangle,
and
yeah.
he did this and now his eye was missing, and then like
Oh,
oh my
my
god,
God.
and then like this is the transition from him with the afro to the braids represents like I'm like nothing's happening, y'all.
Yeah.
Nothing's
No.
happening.
Actually, like never. Like I went on like a deep. Okay, so I went.
Everyone had that moment, that deep cave.
Oh,
moment. Yeah.
dude. So, like, I had a middle school teacher, right? And don't even get me started. But she, like, literally made us do, like, a report about this, right? So we're going, like, deep in, like, Kanye West and
Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Beyonce, Jay-Z.
They seem to get deep in it.
That was when the song Run This Town just came out. So we're like, oh, my
Right.
God. And then you play it in reverse, and it's literally like the devil.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay. But then, like... It's actually kind of cooled down since then, but I never like fully got it because I was like, okay, like yeah, the Illuminati or whatever, but like what are they trying to get out of it? This means that we're here. This means we're not here. Like you're trying to initiate yourself into it, or like what does it
I
even
don't
mean?
even know. I just know that people love in these sound bites. So like, I want to let people from the grip know that I'm the only audience of one. It was for me.
But you know what I really don't get is these new artists that are coming out, and this is crazy. But like these new artists that are coming out that are just as newer than you, and then they're just like on the music video, like, and like, do you even know what you're doing?
I believe people know that they'll get those videos, and it's still marketing. It's another marketing tool.
But,
Well,
but
that's-
you're not even a part of anything. You're just like you're trying to be a part.
But
of
what's
it.
scary is what I think people like to use devil imagery,
Yeah.
Satanistic imagery. One, because it gets like the replay, it gets the retweet, it gets all that stuff going, but they don't realize that they're actually like they're kind of pulling themselves down a really, really negative path.
Yeah.
I think it starts playfully, where someone will just have an art director be like, "Yo, you throw a few sixes on your body,
Yeah.
you'll get some views." But
Yeah.
before you know it, I actually think you get kind of cloaked in darkness.
Yeah.
And there's certainly return because I believe in grace.
Yeah.
But like you just get kind of sucked down a scary hole.
Exactly.
And everybody claps and cheers while you go down that way. That's what I like about like your message is
Yeah.
one of the biggest things. I have this nonprofit, Love Wins,
Mm-hmm.
and what we're trying to do is reposition love to be cool, like to show that like loving God, serving people, and being a good person, and being a positive influence on the world
Yeah.
can attract and can be a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
Because we live in a world that like this Satan's really good at marketing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Christians need to get better at actually like showing up to the
deep.
times and be willing to have conversations around this brutal stuff.
Yeah.
And I think Justin Bieber is one of the guys who's is finding his way of doing that.
Word.
And that's like somebody definitely I'm looking forward to meeting and working with at some point down the line, just because he's found that ground where people are listening from all walks of life, from all religions, from all races.
Right.
And that's literally in that same retrospect of what I'm looking at doing. So this, honestly, right now I'm putting the foot on the gas. Right now in this season, applying pressure where needed to be. Marketing, promotions for this first single. Because like I said, this is like a movie. So I'm just like in a movie marketing rotation. And then I know that as it keeps growing, it'll keep growing. Because my whole gist is, my whole swerve in this, get enough views, eyes organically on this thing So when the next song comes out and that has even more publicity, they'll come back to this one and be like, oh, we get the foundation. So it's going to always come in. Because people go, what else has he done? Well, what is this one? And then it's like, bam, and it's going to just keep a rotation.
Yeah.
Right.
What's interesting about your song might pop like within 6 months from now. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it will. You know, when people get that message of like, oh, snap.
Exactly. So that's the whole mission. That's why I wanted this one to be first, you know. And there was some other contenders. They're like, we did this one. I'm like, yes, this makes sense. But let's really... I just felt God was like, put this out first now, and then let everything else just, you know, move. So I'm just super excited about all this. Again, I am no different than anybody in this room or anybody else out there, any other artists out there. The only difference, I said the only thing that where I feel there might be a difference is just the intention. So again, if whatever your intention is in that present moment, that's what will be manifested through what you believe. And I believe in God. So I'm like, that's where everything comes from. And then from there, it's clear. And then you have good people around you. You have good situations around you. You have these, and then you're able to put out projects like the one we just did. Yeah. So once again, shout out to everybody who was part of that project. Every single actor, crew member, guest, just everybody who was involved. I truly appreciate them. And you as well, sir. Yeah, you killed it.
Thank you, man.
Well, I think you got a chance. Like one of my big moments that I ever remember, like an artist, watching them experience a song like pop and like transcend society, was I was watching Oprah and Pharrell had Happy on, and Oprah like showed his song being sang around the world by these kids, and he like just started bawling because you just never know when a song just like clicks.
Yeah.
And it's like,
boom. Because you're an artist. You're like, right, this is one song, this is another song. Like, you don't know when, how, or who, and what's really going to, like, make people go, oh, that's the song, or this is that. And, you know, it could be this one, could be another one, could be a few of them. So I'm just grateful that I was even able to, I feel fortunate to get one song out, you know, and just be thankful about this one moment right now. And then we'll, you know, obviously gear up for the next one.
Yeah. Glad you got a positive message in there, man. Like, you know, we're just happy to have, you know, the positivity, you know, really come out through your music, man. And I think it's really going to make a good impact on this world who, you know, this world is kind of going through some crazy times right now. But, you know, that one little speck of positivity, man, can go a long way.
Exactly.
We're happy to have that, you know, piece of content out there, man.
Yeah, and everyone follow me on Tabiyus. Again, it's Tabiyus. It's Tabiyus. I don't even know where I'm looking at. But
right there.
I was like, do. Yeah. Tabiyus, Tabiyus. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Napster, LimeWire.
All of it. Bear share. Come on, get them that bear share.
Zanga, Black Planet, MySpace.
These kids are never going to know what it took to get a song
Find me on Tinder. Find me on Hinge.
Word.
Also, but Tabiyus, Tabiyus. Again, Tabiyus. People go, is it T-O? No, Tabiyus. And the first song is called Dance For Me, produced by Jet. And, thank y'all so much for having me today.
Let's go.
We're happy to have you, man. Shout out to Tabiyus, everybody.
Yeah. And this was Smart and Mild.
Smart and Mild, y'all. What a fun episode. We're happy to have you. And, you know.
Swerve Nation.
We're out.
Swerve Nation.